Hello everyone, welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'. I'm Pamela Pick. If you are new to my channel, please click that subscribe bell so that you don't miss out on any of my tutorials. Leave a comment down below if you like what I did today. So we are on the last little bit of Celebration. Celebration is one of the biggest sales that Stampin' Up! Has every year, and you can earn something for free with a $60 purchase. It can be stamp sets, it can be DSP, it can be embossing folders, there's all kinds of things. So that's what I'm going to be using today. I'm going to be using some of the free Bloom Impressions DSP, and I'm going to be using the Starstruck embossing folder. Now both of these items are on the Celebration list, and at the end of the month they go away. So if you want them, I would get them now. But let's get going with the card. I decided that I wanted to try something. You ever notice when you are scrolling through social media, you'll find things that you like? Well, here was a Sweet Sunday sketch, number 218, and I thought, oh my gosh, it's just laid out there for you. I'm going to try this. And I develop my own sketches from time to time, but I also like to follow other people's. This one is super fun. So let's just follow it. I changed it up just a hair, one little hair. And I will show you that. So let me bring out what I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the Happiest Day stamp set, the metal plate 3D embossing folder, and then again the Starstruck embossing folder. Now I have two of them because I just wanted a different pattern, and I ran each one through the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine ahead of time just to save some time. So I have a Melon Mambo piece in the one, and then in the other I have a basic white in the metal plate 3D embossing. Now this is a 3D one, so you have to use that gray plate to go through instead of this one. It's the number 4 when you're doing the 3Ds. Otherwise, you just do your 2 acrylics on the regular ones. So they were run through on here. And all I want to do is I want to flag the end like what they had in the thing. So I'm just going to use this tailored tag punch. And let's do a quick flag right on the end. Now, if you don't have this punch, that's okay, because I will show you how to do it the other way too. That's a retired punch. It's still my favorite. I use it a lot. But you can just cut up the center and then clip on each side, and you get the same feel. You get that flag. Okay, so I'm going to set those aside, and let's pull out our stamp pack here. Looks like I'm going to have to take it out 2 separate pieces. Okay, so I've got some Melon Mambo for the card base. And we'll burnish that down. And then I have some basic white, and we're gonna cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. And then while I have this out, we're going to cut this at the DSP at 3 7/8. And it looks like this one is already cut at 3 7/8. So then we'll go 5 1/8. So we'll make that a layer. And then let's cut this down to 1/2 inch. We'll use that. We'll save this for another project. So let's start with that 1/8 inch border. That's what I changed, is I added an 1/8 inch border. I just wanted that white to set it apart from the base. I think it'll give a little more variation to have that white in there. So I did a very trim border. So we'll go ahead and adhere that on. Sometimes it's those little details that make all the difference in what you're doing. And for me, I felt like this did. It's personal preference. You wouldn't have to do that. If you look at the design, it doesn't show it. It just shows a pattern paper. So let me pull that back in. Oops, I just moved that. Move that back. That's what I love about that glue, is it gives me a moment to get it centered. So here is the pattern. And I just copied this off of Pinterest, actually. So they have it as 4 by 5 1/4 for the pattern piece of paper. But I did like that they had this little white edge. And so I decided to keep it, even though they didn't have that labeled off on their design. I just added it in. So we'll go ahead and adhere this down to the card base. And give that a good press. Now, I have that little 1/2 inch piece, and I thought this would be great for the inside. So I have a piece of white for the inside, and then I'm just going to layer this on, and I put it down to make sure that I have it level on here. And then all I have to do is flip it over and trim this off. Oops. And then we can adhere this to the inside of the card to write on. And I love using that little excess piece of DSP to bring some of that flair to the inside of the card. Okay. There we go. So now we have the inside. So then let's go on. It shows that you have the 2 flags. So we're going to go ahead and adhere this. I definitely want to give enough glue on here to hold this down because it is texturized. Again, this was texturized with and I will look it up here. This one is the Starstruck embossing folder, and this is the one that you can get for completely free with a qualifying purchase. Okay, Stampin' Up! Will send it to you. And then the 3D metal plate embossing folder is the basic white. And we'll go ahead and adhere this down. Now this one kind of goes on the top of the last one. So we'll layer these up, and these are just 1/2 inch strips. So you can make them bigger if you want, or smaller. So I'm going to layer that right over this one, just like so. Now there are other DSPs in this packet of paper. So if you wanted to do like a coastal cabana, if you want, there's a purple in here that would work. You know, if pink is not your color, that's fine. You can choose what you want. Okay, I'm going to set this aside to dry. And then on this little scrap piece, I am going to get some tuxedo black ink out. And we're going to get we're going to put this dragonfly on here. And while I have this ink out, I'm going to take another piece of basic white. And don't worry about these measurements. They'll come out on Friday, this Friday, in my email. So we'll get that done. And then I'm going to take some Melon Mambo and this image. I'm going to go ahead and ink these up. And we'll have it just kind of coming up the side like so. And then I'm going to grab, if you noticed in the base, there is a little bit of the peach pie, which is a very, it's a darker peach. So I have on both sides, I have the wings to the dragonfly, and they do go a certain way. So we'll start with this one. Let's make sure I got that inked up. And then this one goes this way or this way? No, definitely this way. Okay, so we'll ink the uppers. Isn't that pretty? Okay, for those of you who hate to fussy cut, I get it. But every now and again, it really helps with the look that you're going for. So I'm going to go through here and I'm going to fussy cut this out. It really doesn't take that much time. I would say probably just a few minutes to get it cut. But this one does not have a punch or a die cut for it. So for what I'm going to do, now you could stamp it right on the image if you really preferred not to do this, but this really doesn't bug me that much. Okay. There we go. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a little bit of glue down. And just like this shows, I'm going to stagger them. So we'll go ahead and do that first. Oops. There we go. And then I'm going to adhere this down on our image the way this is. Now it looks like it goes a little bit over here, so we're going to do a little bit of an overlap like so. And then I want to grab some dimensionals. And we'll pop this up. Right here. What I love when you do white on white, when you're cutting out, it doesn't show the imperfections of your cut lines so much. So I love that. Give this another good press down. And then all we have left is some embellishments. And I love this. I love doing sequins just because they're flat when you're sending. And these match so perfectly. I was like, yep, this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to take your pick tool, and let's see here. Let's do a large one, maybe here. And then I'll do one there, and then we'll do one of these smaller ones too. So we've got it all put together. So here's the original layout, and here is the final product. So I just took something, I see a layout, and then you just kind of throw together, find a set, find some DSP that you love, and I absolutely love this set. Again, that was the Happiest Day. I did use the metal plate embossing folder. This is the 3D one. This is free on Celebrations right now, the Starstruck. And the paper is free on Celebrations right now too. And this is the Bloom Impressions DSP. And it is marvelous. I've got several of these. And I love how, you know, easily functional this was to this. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, this only goes until the 28th. Celebration with, excuse me, all these freebies only goes until, there's the paper that you can get, until the 28th of this month, February 28th. And today is the 17th. And so there's a few days left. Please click that little bell and subscribe. I would appreciate it very much. Comment, like, and share this video to any crafty people you know who might be interested. If you order through me, because all these supplies are available right now on my online store, all you have to do is click the link that I put right here in this video. Click that link and it'll take you to my online store to order whatever you want. If you order $80 or more, you get a free stamp pack from me. Please use this host code because then that puts you into Perks rewards. Now, normally you win 2 Perks rewards, earn it when you do an $80 purchase. But today only, it is my anniversary. So Bill and I are celebrating with offering double Perks rewards. So you'd get 4 off of an $80 purchase. Now, this purchase has to be before tax and shipping, and you have to use that host code to get that deal. But Stampin' Up! Also has some more items that they added, and they'll be listed under the celebration items so you can see they have more items that they've added. They also have deep discounts on some of their last chance products that was updated this month, so you might want to check and see what's left on there. And you get your celebration item for free too, which could be either that DSP that you saw with an $80 purchase, or it could be the embossing folder. Those are decisions up to you to make, but they have a lot more. And some of the things that they have are actual stamp sets that are in the catalog. This is one of them. It looks larger than what it is. They've enlarged the graphic on this, but which does some cute cards, and it can do some scrapbooking. There's also one that I was just thrilled about that they did, and I think it's more at the front. See if I can find it quick. Maybe I can't. It is the butterfly one. Have you guys seen that? It's so pretty. And that stamp set, look, well, here it is. Last I knew, it was still available. I don't know if it still is now, but check it out because there's so many good things that Stampin' Up! Is doing on this sale. So I hope you liked this video. Check back with me Wednesday this week at 7 p.m. Central Time because I will be doing a live demonstration on Facebook. Take care, everyone. All right. Bye-bye.